What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fourth and Goal Sports Show. I am your host, Taurus Filson. I am so excited to announce some big news. Arundel Wildcats are now your 3A 2024 football state champions. I'm so excited for this team. I say it all the time. I talk to the guys. I say I'm proud of them. I'm so excited. But truly, I am so excited for these guys. So excited for this team, the coaches, everybody, the school, the community. We deserve this. The fact that this state championship win is the first state championship win for football since 1975. That's 49 years ago. Just clap it up. Just clap it up, dog. Just clap it up. This moment means so much to the community, to the fans, to the parents, to the students, to the coaches, to the players. And you're dang right, it means a lot to me. As a member of the 2022-2023 team for Arundel football, we made it to states. We had an amazing team full of talent, but we had some injuries. And, we were able to get there and overcome some adversity, but we couldn't finish. But what did I say was the name for this team? The Redemption Team. Indeed, because this team has overcome adversity throughout the season. They've overcome the outside noise. They've overcome the doubters. Even going into this game, they were the away team. They were considered the underdog. But guess what? They handled themselves perfectly and became the big dog. These guys were locked in. They were focused, and I knew that they were going to come out swinging. Did I expect swinging like that? You take a 20-0 lead in the first half. Did I expect that? No, I didn't. I didn't expect that. But you're dang right, I was hyped. I was excited for the guys. They just came out and punched Ligonor in the mouth from start to finish. From the very first kickoff, I knew, okay, them boys came to play. They came to play. Shout out my man, Elijah Caldwell. He started the game off right. Came up, made that tackle, and them boys were ready, man. They were ready. I saw it in them. I saw them, the way they walked out, the way they were locked in, the way they were focused. They said, in their mindset, I could tell, it's our moment. And it was their moment. This team, I knew it was special going into the season, but I'm going to be honest, they dominated the whole season. There's very few teams that even challenged this Arundel team. They dominated throughout the season. And there's just so many studs and stars on this team. I mean, from Brandon Gorham, from TJ Mordecai, Amir Lowry, Nassim Tension, Jalen Williams, Elijah Caldwell, Ethan Locker. Like, it goes on and on. The talent level is just through the roof. And that's the case for a lot of Arundel teams. But this team, instead of having so many egos of talent, a lot of times you put talent together, there's a lot of egos. I didn't see too many egos with these guys. I wasn't in the ins and outs, so I don't know what was behind the scenes, but I could tell these guys, they work together so well. They work together, they put their pride aside, they handle business like they're supposed to, and this is the result. This is the result when you put in the work each and every day. Going back to summer workouts, going into tryouts, going into them early morning practices before school started, going into practicing in the season, and this is the moment where it all pays off. I feel so proud of those guys and the way they played out there. They performed with grit. They performed with confidence. They performed with discipline. And they kept striking. They weren't satisfied. They kept striking, and I love that, man. Lay it on every single play, and that's what I saw. The D-line gets an A+ from me as a former defensive lineman myself. I was so excited with the way that they played. It was beautiful, This D-line this year has been so special. With my team, it was really special. This team was special as well, and that D-line specifically, my guys, shout out Jalen Williams, shout out Ryan, shout out Brandon. Those guys, They held it down. Even the conversations that I had with them in private or that I had with them individually, I said to them, it begins and ends in the trenches. That's the best advice that I could give. It begins and it ends in the trenches. The game is going to be decided by the trenches. I said that before the game started. I was with my guys. Shout out my guy Aiden. I was telling him, I'm like, hey, the defense, they ain't letting up a lot of points today. Aiden, his score prediction was a little more high scoring. And I said, hey, the defense not letting up a lot of points today. Lo and behold, they only give up 7. I said, I'm with my guys. They going to hold it down in the trenches. And that's exactly what they did. They terrorized the quarterback all day. They terrorized him. He was done. He was shook. He was cold. He was sad. And that's just what it is. It's no disrespect to that guy. I wish him well. But, hey, the Wildcats, that's how we do it. That's how we handle business. Very proud of the way that they played. Shout out to Coach Walsh. Shout out to Coach Eagle. Shout out to all of the coaches that I was able to learn from, that coached me during my time at Arundel football. Coach Elliott, thank you so much. Coach Walsh, Coach Eagle, Coach Collis, Coach Edmonds as well, Coach Bowdry as well, etc. Those guys deserve this moment so much. Those guys deserve this moment so much. The sacrifice it takes to become a champion should not be overlooked. Not just for the players, but for the coaches too. They spend a whole lot of time away from their families, focusing on these young men, focusing on them being the best they can be in the class, focusing on the best that they can be outside of the class on the field, focusing on them putting their best foot forward in what they do each and every day at practice, in games. You can say whatever you want about those guys. They're putting in the work to make better men. And that's what I love about Coach Walsh and the culture that he's built at Arundel. I love that. I love that. They've built a culture, a standard. And I promise you that anybody who's watching this who's thinking about trying out for Arundel football, it will pay off. It is worth it. Everything we went through was worth it. The good, the bad, the things that you hate in the moment, you look back on it, you're like, it was worth it. It was right. It mattered. It was lessons to it. It was so many lessons to it. And it's just a great moment to see it pay off for these young men who are now state champions. And guess what? They're state champions today. They're going to be state champions tomorrow. They're going to be state champions 30 years from now, 100 years from now. They will be cemented in history. And I love that for those guys. Clap it up for those guys, man. Clap it up, man. That's history right there. That's history. That's history. 35-7, dominated. First state championship since 1975. It's history, dog. If you're an Arundel alum and you didn't show up to this game, you missed out. But I hope you were streaming it. I know people got things to do. People be busy. But I hope you were streaming it because this game was so great. Such a sweet win, you know what I'm saying? It's always great to win close games, but it's even sweeter when you just dominate from start to finish. And that's what we did. We had a few slip-ups here and there. It didn't matter because the defense came to play. We had a few slip-ups here and there. It didn't matter because the offense was dominating start to finish. You gotta love what you saw out of this Arundel team today. And it's gotta inspire you for what's coming next season as well. I know there's a lot of seniors who are leaving, but at the same time, Coach Walsh is just one of those coaches where he could take Timmy down the street, 0 star, small dude, little to no talent, and he'll turn him into a superstar. That's what I've seen out of Coach Walsh, Coach Elliott, and all the coaches on that coaching staff. I've seen them work together and produce talent and hard work and instill that into a young player and make them into a superstar. I've seen that. The player development at Arundel High School by Coach Walsh, Coach Elliott, and the coaches on the coaching staff is simply unmatched. Whatever school you can think of, those top schools, those coaches are getting recruits from other states who are already big dogs. Coach Walsh is taking Timmy down the street, Johnny down the street, Toby down the street, and turning him into a big dog superstar. Getting those guys offers, getting those guys looks, getting them opportunities. You have to clap it up for my guy, Coach Walsh. You gotta clap it up. Hey, Coach Walsh, if you're watching this, I want to thank you for all the things you've done in the lives of so many young men. Great coach, great mentor. Same for Coach Elliott. Great coach, great mentor. Thank you guys. To the whole coaching staff, thank you guys. You deserve this moment for sure, 100%. Last thing before we wrap up, my Arundel Wildcats football 3A Maryland State Championship flash grades. Quarterback, I had A-. It really could have been A+. I wanted to be fair to the fact that there was a pick. Large part of that pick had something to do with the breakdown of the O-line, but QB, A-, running back, A-, just because of the one fumble. But aside from that, he was dominating all game. I mean, TJ Mordecai, there's not too many players like Turbo TJ. It's just not. Wide receiver, A. Tight end, obviously we don't have a tight end for our offense. O-line, C+. They gave up a few plays, but they stayed solid, and they kept fighting back. But I gave them a C+. D-line, A+. Linebackers, A+. Special teams, A-. DB, A-. Coaching, A+. Crowd, A+ for sure. And refs, I gave him a B. Offensive player of the game goes to TJ Mordecai. Turbo TJ. Turbo TJ. Dog. Like, when I see this guy play football, it just makes me so excited. I love watching TJ ball out. You just see this short guy who got all the muscle in the world, and he's just running over guys. He's running them over. He's running past them. He's like a blur. That's what my nickname for TJ, Turbo TJ, is him. I had to pass down the torch for the nickname. First it was Turbo Taylor, now it's Turbo TJ. He's a superstar, man. TJ Mordecai is a superstar. And you college coaches listening out there, you know what to do. You know what to do. I'm going to leave it at that. But moving on, defensive player of the game goes to Brandon Gorham, defensive end, recently committed to Delaware. Superstar. You know, it was a privilege to play with that guy and to have him as a teammate. Very humble, a hilarious dude. He's always cracking jokes. Great dude as far as personality, and then on the field, he's dominating. He's intimidating. I mean, look at that guy. He's huge. He's a predator out there. And my player comp for Brandon is literally Montez Sweat. Literally Montez Sweat. That's who I see when I watch Brandon play football. It's just so fun watching him play, and he brings so much respect to that position. He takes care of business in the run game, pressuring the quarterback, and that amazing play he had, play of the game by far. The tip pass for the pick six, amazing. He had several sacks, a strip fumble. The dude is literally the biggest playmaker on this team. I'm stamping that. Biggest playmaker on this team. It's close though. Him and TJ, it's close. The MVP of this game goes to Brandon Gorham. Dog. Like I was saying, he's just a dog. He's literally a superstar. Delaware just got a superstar. This guy is an extremely hard worker. Has a great personality. He has the character. He's disciplined. And quite frankly, he's a behemoth. The dude is huge. He's dominant. He has the speed. He has the strength. He has the endurance. He has the power. He has the pursuit. MVP of this game by far. He was everywhere. Anybody who was live in person knows Brandon was everywhere this whole game. Dominating. Left, right, you know what I'm saying? The quarterback was seeing ghosts out there because Brandon was dominating. He was terrorizing. The Predator. That's what I saw out there tonight. Dog. So shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Coach Walsh. Shout out to Arundel football. Shout out to everyone who came out and supported Arundel Wildcats. Congratulations to the Arundel Wildcats. They are the 3A football Maryland state champions for the first time since 1975. History, folks. History, folks. Let's clap it up one last time. And In conclusion, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the Fourth and Goal Sports YouTube channel. Before clicking off this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, as well as follow to the Fourth and Goal Sports Instagram page. I'm your host, Tyrus Fosu. This is the Fourth and Goal Sports Show. Have a blessed day. Have a productive week. Peace.